Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. Got a hot AI project for you guys today and some big news going on with it, so I'd appreciate if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, today we're going to be doing a dive into an AI project. This is one that I've covered on my channel before. The project is called Agent Layer, and they have some exchange listings coming up here in the next few days and some big news coming up with this project here, so let's jump into it. So if we're on, if you go to CoinGecko, you can find the Agent Layer token already listed on here. They have the token contract address on here, and there's you can actually search for this on Basescan because this one is going to be on Base Network. So that is good because it'll reduce the gas fees for this one. There's a 1 billion supply for Agent Layer, and this one I'm predicting to pretty easily, hopefully, get over $1 in this bull run. If you look at Dilithium as a comparison, another AI project that's sort of similar to this one has 3 times this total supply of Agent Layer, and it already hit like 67 cents back in March here recently. So you basically take that supply and you divide that by 3. You basically would multiply this price by 3 for price potential for this one. That's going to put it, around $2 per token. So I think $2 is definitely doable for Agent Layer. Is it guaranteed? Absolutely not. But I think if Dilithium hit 67 cents with its supply, that Agent Layer could potentially hit $1 to $2 pretty easily with its supply if you compare the supply of the tokens. So that's kind of how I guess my price estimates off from. Obviously not guaranteed, but that's kind of what I'm predicting for a price point for this one. I'm going to show you how the nodes that we purchased early on have already, if it hits $1 price point, and even if it hits half of that, they've already paid for themselves and then some. So I'll show you that, and that's going to be a good passive income flow for this bull run. If we go to their X page here, they have 165,000 followers. Also, guys, if you're looking for a great node project, there's a gaming project called Sonic that has they've got over 300, almost 400,000 followers on the X page. It's a major gaming project that's coming out here very soon, and they're going to be launching in the next month or so as well. They're getting you guys on the whitelist. If you get in today, you can still get in on the whitelist on that one if you're interested. Those nodes are dirt cheap. They're actually starting out at $169, plus I get a 10% discount code for you guys. And they're going to be potentially more profitable than these Agent Layer nodes. And these nodes, the Agent Layer nodes, started out at $800. They're now well over $1,000. So if you want to get a node for potentially a tenth of the price of what Agent Layer's nodes are currently going for, you can get on that whitelist today. But that whitelist ends on Monday. I think it ends on Tuesday, the 17th. So today is the 16th, so that whitelist ends tomorrow, so you still have time to get on that whitelist. Those nodes will go live for sale for the whitelist only people on the private whitelist sale on the 18th. I think it's the evening of the 17th if you're in the United States. So watch my video on that yesterday. That's Sonic. They have their HyperFuse nodes, and that's going to be a fantastic project if you're looking for a node project to get in. But as far as Agent Layer here, this one has some pretty good listings coming up here. They got staking live on their platform. So you can currently stake for about 40% if you want to. I'm not going to stake any of my tokens because I think it's risky at this point to stake, because I think you got to stake them for like 6 months. So you'd be looking at the middle of March before you get those tokens released. That to me could potentially maybe be the peak of the bull run right around March. We don't know, but that could be a hot point where I don't really want to lock up any tokens until March, because you just don't know what's going to happen over the next few months. But I do have, I think, 10 or 11 nodes. I got 10 on this account. I might have more on my other account that I've got on here, and maybe I could lock up 1 or 2 of those nodes and just leave the rest for until then, because I'm not going to sell all my tokens anyways. So it might not be a terrible idea, but you're still only going to get 20% of the tokens bonus over 6 months. So I don't really know that it's worth it. So it's just too risky to me. This is on basically the only 3 days until Agent Layer is officially listed. We'll get into that here. But they did launch on CDFI and IDO on CDFI. They also had an IDO here. They had an IDO on Nova Seeds as well. I'm not too familiar with them, but Seedify is definitely a big one. And their CEO, the team is doxed and everything on this one. It's a great project. So if you got in on these ones early, these nodes early, congratulations. I think they're going to pay off really well for us throughout this bull run and beyond, because I think we're going to get tokens for like the next 4 years on these. So Agent Layer announces the agent token listing on leading exchanges, Gate.io, BingX, Uniswap, and Aerodome. So the token is set to go live on September 18th at 1900 Singapore time. I'm not sure what time that is, you know, here in the US or UTC time or whatever, but it will be listing on the 18th, so I'm excited for this one to launch. The market's not the best right now, so probably won't sell my tokens at the launch. I'll probably hold them till they hit at least $1 before I cash out on these, and maybe I'll sell some at 50 cents or something, but we'll see. I don't know what the actual price it's going to be launching at. That'll be interesting to find out, and find out what happens with there. Right now, like I said, the market's not too good, so most of the projects have been dumping at launch in the last few weeks. So I'm not expecting this one to do too great at the launch. If you're interested in purchasing some agent token, I would wait a few days after the launch. I wouldn't buy it right at the launch, because you could potentially get dumped on by people that own the nodes and are selling their tokens. Just fair warning out there, and early investors as well. I don't know how many tokens are going to be in the circulating supply right away, but you're likely to get dumped on if you purchase them right at the launch. I typically like to wait a few days, wait for the project to sell off, because we're not in the main bull run yet. If we were in the main bull run, you probably would not see that sell off. You'd probably see a pump at launch and then a continued pump afterwards. Right now we're not in the main bull run yet, so I'm expecting a dump after the launch, potentially, not guaranteed, of course. So Agent Layer is an autonomous AI agent network for the world. You guys can go back and watch my Agent Layer videos about this project. I've done a few on them, but they do have a docs team. They've got the agent operating system, the agent network, and so on. I'm not going to get into all that for this video. If you guys want to see more information on that, go ahead and watch my previous videos. But I think this is a good project with good partnerships, and it's likely to do pretty well. I think they've got their partners and stuff possibly listed on. Yeah, here's the backers for the project here: Mexi, Byte Trade, Signum Capital, Bing Ventures, Summer Ventures, but Hash Global, they're a big one. So I'm expecting them to launch on Mexi, since Mexi was an investor in this project. I didn't see that in this article here. It didn't mention Mexi on here, but I would imagine a Mexi listing is coming if Mexi invested in this one. So that's something you might want to, also keep in mind. So you can stake your tokens on here, and you don't see the annual percent yield on these until you select a node. I've got 10 nodes on this account, so I'm going to go ahead and select one of them. That's for 6 months for 40%, as you can see on here. And I would stake about 3,000 tokens from this node, and that would give me about 3,600 agent tokens after the 6 months. That's total. That's including this 3,000. So I would gain about almost 600 tokens for staking it for 6 months. To me, that's not really worth the risk this late in the game for staking, but for some people, they may want to do that. It's not a terrible idea if I were to do that for 1 or 2 nodes, but I want to keep the majority of my tokens available. But I've got, as you can see, 26,000 tokens already from those 10 nodes. I bought them at different price points, different stages. So, the first one I purchased generated on the first day that I got 3,000 tokens, and then 2,800 and so on, depending on when I purchased the nodes. So they're generating a good amount of tokens on these. And technically, if this were to get to, if I paid estimated, let's say around $9,000, for these nodes total, that's approximately what I would have paid for these total. Basically, if it got to like 30 some cents, which I think it'll easily do, they would have paid them for themselves already. I'm expecting this to get to $1 or $2, so I could have potentially made, $20,000 to $40,000 in profit potentially off of these nodes already, potentially. And then it's all passive income after this amount. So, you know, it's like pretty much a no-brainer for me to get in on some of these good node projects early on in the first couple phases of them, the first couple tiers, because you get, by the time the token launches and that, you get a good amount of the tokens to where you're already in profit from them. Now, I think there is a 30-day, if I remember correctly, I think there might be a 30-day lockup period for the tokens, where if you sell them sooner than 30 days, I believe it is, it might be 90, but I think it's 30. There's a penalty, so keep that in mind. So you can potentially see, you know, that the nodes are pretty profitable if you get in them early. I think this one's going to do really well, being an AI project and having solid partnerships, and launching on a few exchanges right off the bat helps it as well. If they get on Mexi and some other ones, which I'm expecting them to do that, it'll do even better in this bull run. But it's good that they don't launch on all of them right now. It's good to get some of that momentum going on throughout the bull run here with this one. But like I said, guys, Agent Layer launching on the 18th, so watch out for the Agent token. If you invested in some of these nodes, I don't have the details on when you can claim your tokens, but I would assume it'll be right after the launch. But I don't know, like I said, if there's probably a 30-day penalty, and I don't know if that's from when you started earning the tokens or from the launch of the token. I would assume it's probably from the launch of the token to protect the price of it right when it launches. So being that it's launching kind of in a, you know, questionable market right now, I think it's good for us node owners, because if the token doesn't pump big time at the launch and we can't sell our tokens right away, it's not a big loss for us anyways. As we get into the bull run further and we start seeing the token price pump, it'd be a better time to take out your profits on these anyways. So I'll just be planning on holding mine more than likely, unless I'm able to claim the tokens without a big penalty and the price pumps a decent amount at the launch. So we'll see how it ends up on the 18th and how this one ends up launching. Hopefully it has a decent launch, but I'm expecting some kind of dump afterwards. So definitely keep that in mind. And if you are interested in a decent node project, like I said, go check out the Sonic node project from yesterday. That project is planning on launching in October. That's a fantastic gaming project on Solana. Those nodes are dirt cheap, and they're potentially going to put out better yields than these agent layer nodes, according to the team. They're going to be issuing out those tokens at a lower evaluation than agent layer, which means you'll get more tokens per node, and the supply is only 2.4 billion, where agent layer supply is 3 billion, so it's even a smaller supply. So those tokens could potentially be as profitable as the agent layer tokens, and on top of that, you sounds like you'll get more tokens per node than you would from the agent layer nodes at a tenth of the price starting out in tier 2. And tier 2s through 8 are only available for whitelist users in that private sale, and that private sale is only going on for 24 hours. I believe it's on the 18th as well, because the whitelist closes on the 17th. But that you can watch my video on that to get more exact details on that node project if you're interested in that one. So that's pretty much what I got for this video, guys. Make sure you hit that like button. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. If you're interested in joining my Telegram, it's absolutely free. That'll be in the pinned comment below and the description of the video. You can also join my Discord through Patreon. It's very affordable for anyone interested in my private Discord membership. That is through Patreon. That's also in the description of the video and the pinned comment below. I appreciate it, guys. We'll see you on the next video.